Hello.
Hi.
What brings you in today?
Well, I need to start looking for internships, and it just every time I try to start, I get distracted. I can't focus. I just can't make myself do it. It's kind of like when I'm studying. I want to do it. I know I can do it. It's not really that hard, but I just can't seem to make myself get it done. So I don't really know what's wrong with me. So I'm hoping talking to somebody will help me get started.
Okay. Well, I have some good news. It's not what's wrong with you. So the research interest that I have is about trauma-informed practices. Have you heard of that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, it basically turns that phrase, what's wrong with you, into, I wonder what's happened to you. Sometimes the way our reactions are happening is because of things that have happened to us instead of that there's something wrong with us. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so things that happen to us affect our function of the brain, and the brain is what's causing us to focus or not. Can I show you a hand model of the brain that might be helpful?
Sure.
Okay, so play along with me. Just put your hand up, and it's right straight across from your brain. Here's your brain stem. That's in your neck. That's where all of your sensory input comes. So anything that's happening to you has to go through the brain stem and through, fold your thumb under, the feelings brain, or it's the amygdala and hippocampus. It's where our feelings and memories reside. And if anything is making us feel unsafe or afraid, you can't access your, fold your fingers over, your thinking brain. So if you kind of turn your hand, that's actually how your brain is shaped. This part's right behind your forehead. It's your thinking brain. It's where you focus and all of those executive function skills. If you're stuck in your feelings brain, we'd say we've flipped our lid and can't access our thinking brain. So when you're thinking to yourself, what's wrong with you? Does that help you access your thinking brain?
No, you're stuck in the feelings.
Yeah. Does that make sense to you,
Yeah.
being stuck in your feeling brain?
Oh yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. I feel like I sit down to do things, whether it's studying or looking for internships, and I just start feeling really anxious about needing to get it done. But I just feel so overwhelmed by where to start, so I just don't.
Yeah. So sometimes just remembering that it's about a function of your brain, and remembering to calm and get out of the feeling self, not guilting yourself, but calming down so you can access it. Sometimes that's enough to help. Do you think that'll help you?
I do.
Okay, good. Another tool that I've used is called the ARCH model of resilience. Can I show that to you?
Yeah.
So this is kind of neat for problem solving. There's 4 constructs: attachment, regulation, competence, and health. These are things that can be affected by things that have happened to us, especially like in early childhood.
Okay.
But they're also things that we can use to build our strengths for resilience. So if you just take a look at this and look over the questions, is there one question that jumps out at you that would be really easy to answer, like a strength for you?
Yeah, who cares about me and what's best for me?
Great. And how would you answer that question?
I have a group of girlfriends that I'm just really close with, and we've always been there for each other, and it's like the group that we can sort of always just show up however we are. Okay,
great. So you can jot that down under what's working, right under attachment. It's your group of friends.
Okay.
Now you can look at all 4 again and see if you can identify a question that's hard to answer or that you are struggling with.
It's even that one that I just said, can I focus during work time?
Okay.
No.
Okay, so that's one that could maybe use supports, and that's what this is about. So we're going to put it down here under what needs more work.
Okay.
It's under regulation. We think of regulation as how your brain is in control or not. So put focus under there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to tie your strength, what's working, to what needs more work.
Okay.
Can we kind of brainstorm and think of, is there a way that your group of friends are affecting your focus?
Yeah, a lot of times when I sit down to do whatever I need to do, I just end up texting with them instead, because I start and say, oh my God, I don't want to do this. And then we just sort of start chatting.
Okay, so they've been affecting your lack of focus. I wonder, since they're good friends, if they could be a source of strength for you to turn it around. Do you have any ideas of how they might help you?
I mean, if I just told them what I was trying to do, and that like I needed to go offline for a couple hours to focus, I'm sure that they would be supportive of that.
Okay, and how much time do you think you would need to have them leave you alone?
I mean, like if I took like 2 hours and just said, 7 to 9, each night or a couple nights a week, if we could just sort of take a break.
Yeah. Do you think you could handle 2 hours of not talking to them?
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Okay, and maybe at the end you could have that as a reward, like chat again for a little bit?
Yeah, that would work.
Awesome. Do you see yourself being able to ask them to help with this support?
Yeah, I think it'll be kind of a little bit more, formal and funny than how we normally talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be fun.
Great. Well, why don't you just write down a 1 sentence, real short. What is your plan? Just using your friends to build focus for 2 hours. Maybe put down the specific times too, so that you have your plan.
Friends to stay offline from 7 to 9 each night.
Yeah, great. So you can take this with you and practice that this week. You can bring it back with you. We could work on some of other things within this model as well and just keep building on those strengths. Sound good?
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Well, now let's talk about that intern search so you can feel like you know where to begin when you get home.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.